I am not taking the same goals into next year. Hi my loves, it's me, Gina B. I hope you guys are enjoying the back to school series. We have 2 more episodes left, y'all. I feel like I'm really good at reinventing myself because who I was in college, y'all, even though I got good grades, even though I looked put together, I was really that girl that would wake up 5 minutes before class, throw on anything, and just run to class. I just was not that girl I really wanted to be. Over time, I just figured out this formula to really get there. In today's video, I'm gonna be putting you guys on to mindset shifts, practical tips, habits, and advice on how to level up. Let us get into the video. First things first, who are you? I hope you got your notebooks out, y'all. Write down question number 1. Who are you right now? If someone was to look at your day, someone was to look at you, someone was to look at your personality with no bias, what would they say about you? Be straightforward with yourself. Like, I like to think of it as if someone was watching your life from a non-biased perspective, how would they describe your life? How would they describe you? Since it's back to school, we're gonna think about Gina back in college, right? If you was to look at my typical day before I really put in the work to level up, the narrator would be like, she wakes up 5 minutes before class. She rushes to put on any clothes. She looks unpresentable as she walks hurriedly into the classroom, makes no eye contact, rushes out of class, does not connect. Like, it was just very bad vibes. Like, until I was like, no, this isn't right. Like, something has to change. Tip number 2, write down who do you want to be. Go all out. Like Nicki Minaj said, if I would have accepted the pickle juice, then I would be drinking pickle juice.
Next time they know better. But had I accepted the pickle juice, I would be drinking pickle juice right now.
A lot of you guys set your expectations so low and then you wonder why you're not where you want to be. Because this is where you said you wanted to be. So now that you got the bare minimum, you cannot complain. I'll give my dad the credit for this. Like, even when I was younger, he'll be like, shoot for the stars. So even if you fall, at least you'll land on the moon. Shoot out of this world. Don't aim for Earth and be shocked when you on land still, baby. Aim for the stars so you could at least be on the moon. Do you get? Me, I like to think, like, if I was my dream girl, like, how would I move? How would I act? How would she talk? How would she present herself? Just to recap, number 1, who are you? Number 2, who do you want to be? Now, this is where it gets good. The mistake a lot of people make is you want to jump from who you are to who you want to be without what? Healing. You are who you want to be. The girl you want to be, she doesn't have a different face. She doesn't have a different name. She is you. But what is the difference? Different choices, different mindset, different lifestyle. Everything stems from your mind. So there's certain mindset shifts. There's certain traumas. There's certain subconscious issues that you have not dealt with that is causing you not to be this person. And the thing about when you don't deal with trauma, it doesn't go away. And I wish someone told me that. I had a great time in college, y'all. College was so fun. But I went through some traumatic things, and trauma doesn't have to be this big event. It could be anything that affects you, right? I went through some friendship breakups, relationship issues, family problems, these things that I just ignored. I said, you know what? No, I'm supposed to be lit right now. I'm supposed to be happy right now. I'm not dealing with this. And guess what? It didn't go away. When I graduated college, all those feelings just came rushing back. It got to a point that I was like, yo, what's going on with me? Like, this is not who I am. You could feel, you could literally feel when you're not fulfilling your true potential. So there was just this aching in my soul. Like, I'm not even trying to be dramatic. Like, this is not who I am. So I'm like, okay, everyone's always talking about therapy, therapy, therapy. Let me see what it's hitting for. Y'all, that changed everything. I'm pretty self-aware though, so there wasn't anything that the therapist told me that I didn't know. Like, I'm like, girl, I know. Like, it's easy to rant to your friends, but when you deal with a professional that could understand your mind, is different. I'll get into some of the tips and tricks that she taught me later, but y'all, I am super excited to introduce to you guys today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp is on a mission to make therapy more accessible and more affordable. And what I noticed is finding a therapist could be really challenging, especially depending on like where you live. Like, we don't all have the same access, but BetterHelp solves that problem. BetterHelp is an online platform that simplifies the process of finding a therapist by answering just a few questions, just a couple questions. BetterHelp will match you with a professional therapist in just a few days, y'all. Signing up and getting matched is super easy, y'all. So just click the link in my description box to get started today. And clicking the link not only supports my channel, but it gets you 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. Finding a therapist is low-key like dating. You don't always find the perfect therapist off bat. Like, it takes a lot of trial and error. And what's so good about BetterHelp is you can always switch your therapist for free without dealing with insurance, network, and just things like that, y'all. They make it so easy. For me, I went through like 2 therapists before I found my girl that really put me on. One thing I will say though, you do not have to hit rock bottom to go seek help. Like if you're struggling right now or you just simply need someone to talk to, I really do think therapy with BetterHelp is a great option. So click the link in my bio to get started today and begin your level up journey for real. And thank you so much BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion of the video. All right, let's get into the next tip. Have a routine. I used to think those girls with the 8-step morning routine and you're doing this and you're going for a walk and you're drinking matcha, you are so extra. You need time for yourself in the morning. I'm telling you, ever since I started waking up, I wake up around 6 o'clock, sometimes 7, I'm not perfect, maybe 8. But I've really fallen in love with waking up early, doing my I'll go for a morning walk, I'll do my devotional, and y'all, just having that morning sunlight and spending that time with God in the morning, it just centers me. You know when you were younger and like school is coming up, y'all, you see, ever since I got my nails done, I did them myself. I'm talking different. Let me put my hands down. But remember when you were younger and like when school is coming up, your parents will purposely like start making you go to sleep early? Yeah, do that with yourself. You're grown now, so nobody could tell you what to do since you got your degree and you know everything. Start setting your alarm, okay, and going to sleep early so you could get ready for the next school year. Back at school, I would set my ideal school schedule between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. Just give a nice little chunk before and after, okay? It depends like your class, your school, stuff like that, but that was my ideal class schedule so that I could have time for myself in the morning, have time to like work or do homework and stuff, and still have time for like my nighttime routine. Have an ideal routine, but it don't gotta be every single day. If you don't check this off, you're a failure. Like just have your like non-negotiables and things that make you feel great. And I feel like this is the perfect time to experiment with a routine, because you could write down a 10-step routine and then once you start doing it, you actually hate it. For example, y'all, I tried waking up at 5 a.m. I almost got sick. I hated it so much. I had no energy. I wanted to go to sleep. So figure out what's best for you. Please don't let these girls bully you into waking up at 4:30 a.m. Do what works for you, boo, but have a routine. Mental health is so important, and the thing about mental health is you want to be ahead of it. You never want your mental health to catch up to you, because that is too late. It's too late. You want to have habits that keep your mental health in check. For me, journaling. I love journaling, but one thing that makes the way I journal different, I don't journal every day. I don't make it by force, but if I'm overwhelmed or if I have a lot of things in my head or if I'm feeling super anxious about a particular situation, that is when I'll journal. Journal as you see fit, but use it as a source of like relief. For me, studying the Bible eats, because I'm a very confused individual. Like I might like come up here and seem like I know what I'm talking about all the time, but it's because I literally seek answers. Like if I'm confused about money, life, marriage, men, anything I'm confused about, I'm looking at the Bible. I feel like God didn't hide anything from us in life. Like he wants us to have a fruitful, fulfilling, luxurious, beautiful life. Obviously there'll be testing and there'll be pain because you can't avoid it, but I don't think all life is suffering. There has to be a deeper meaning. So I love reading the Bible. I love reading Christian related books, you know, exercising, going to the gym. What I've realized is I'm a very energetic person, right? If I go like a week or 2 without working out, I become so rude. I become so mean because all that energy is literally harbored. And I feel like I'm the type, like I'll express, like some people eat, some people do sexual activities, I get angry. Like I feel like I release my energy through anger, if not like directed in the right way. So exercising is just such a great way for me to release that teenage angst, young adult angst, and just calm down, because now I'm too sore to even yell. Limiting consumption. One thing about me, when I'm in a funk, I don't want to watch anybody live their best life. I don't care, because that makes me feel worse. Just being honest, right? So when I'm in a funk and I'm not being as productive as I can, first thing to go is social media. I'm deleting Instagram off my phone. I'm not deleting my profile now, come on. I'm not on TikTok. Like I am focused. When you're watching people live their best life and you're in a funk, I truly don't see how that benefits you. Like it can motivate you, but it needs to come from within. Like I gotta want to be motivated, then I'll seek it. But if it's in my face, I don't want to see it. So if I follow anybody that just triggers me, like if you trigger me, I have to unfollow you, because I'm not gonna come let you disturb me and harass me on my own phone, whether on purpose or not. I'm just not allowing it. I don't care. Relationships could either cause you to level up or it could tear you down. Episode 4 is all about relationships, dating successfully, making friends, and getting closer to God. So I'm going to touch on it a little bit in this episode. Do you need to make more friends? Do you need to hang out with your friends less and focus on you? Do you want a boyfriend? Are you single? How are you using your time while you're single? Do you have a boyfriend? Is he spoiling you? Let me stop. Is he adding to you or is he taking away from you? How's your relationship with your family? I feel like that's something a lot of people forget. I want a man, but you ignoring your dad, or maybe sometimes your dad is ignoring you. I don't know. You don't talk to your little siblings. You never spend time with your mom. You don't walk your dog. Make sure you're well-rounded. A romantic relationship is not gonna be the only thing that fulfills you. It is very much needed, and God designed marriage and relationships to glorify him, honestly, if we're being real, but like, we're not gonna touch into that. Just make sure you're well-rounded in your family life and you're just balanced, you know, and just vet. Please take a look at everyone around you. Are they helping you? Are they supporting you? And if not, what can you do? Because another thing I realize is sometimes we like to blame people. Like, they don't support me, they don't show out for me. But do you do that for others? And if you do, then baby, I'm right there with you. Why don't they support you? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm the queen of setting goals. I did a whole goals video and then I privated it because I don't know, it was a bit too personal. Goal setting is very personal, and I feel like everyone has a different experience with setting goals and how they like to do it. But what I will say is set certain goals continuously so you could keep leveling up. The longer you take to achieve a goal, the shorter you have to live in that goal. So I'm gonna try to achieve my goal in the shortest time span by being effective and creating systems. I am not taking the same goals into next year. If I set a goal for this year, I have to achieve it this year. For setting goals, I follow something called the 12-week year, meaning I give myself 3 months to achieve 3 to 5 goals, right? And what this does for me is, one, I love me a good challenge. Like, if you give me the whole year, I will wait till December to try to achieve it. So why not just shorten the year into 3 months? Montel B on YouTube, check her out. She put me onto this, and then I read the book, The 12-Week Year. Learn financial literacy and financial discipline. I am now trying to teach myself that, but finances play a huge role in your quality of life and a huge role in your level up journey in general. So some small finance tips is, one, learn about tithes and offering, baby, because the Lord must get his 10%. 2, pay yourself first. I feel like that's such financial jargon, but literally paying yourself first means save some money for you. The thing about money is, if you save it, it'll save you. Read financial books. I would recommend 3 books. I'm always reading books on financial literacy, but the 3 that I have loved so far is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Good with Money. She is a Nigerian author, and just black people talking about money just does it for me. And the Bible. The Bible has so much financial literacy tips. You have to understand that you are a steward. I don't know how to really say that word. Everything you have is not yours, so take care of it. And money is also the same. That's what I started to realize. Like, one day God's gonna be like, Gina, I gave you like a good amount of money, like, where is it? And I'm gonna be like, to be honest, I'm wearing it. And he's gonna be like, girl, so even me, I have to get better at that. Your biggest investment in life is you. Don't skimp out on yourself and invest it in so many things and forget about you. I constantly expose myself to luxury and new experiences. That's why I love traveling. Y'all, one thing about me, I never used to eat salads. I don't know why, but then when my boyfriend took me to Europe for Valentine's Day, we went to Paris and Italy, all they would be, that's not all they would be eating, but majority of the restaurants would offer like fresh greens. I would have to eat it because I'm there, and now I love salads. Like, that experience alone expanded my taste buds. Certain things like learning languages. While you're in college, some ways you could invest in yourself is just your health. Make sure you're using that youthful energy for the right things, okay? So don't pick up bad habits. Traveling. There's so many study abroad, like low cost ways to travel in college that you should definitely take advantage of. The people. Start connecting with people and start networking. That is going to be such a great investment, because y'all, when they say it's not about what you know but who you know, boy was they right. Start connecting with different types of people. One mistake I made is just sticking to a certain group of people when I should have been expanding and getting to know so many people that could benefit me now. Going to college in itself is you investing in your education, but it's not necessarily the school per se, but it's learning how to learn. College teaches you so many skills, and the experiences you go through in college teaches you a lot of skills that you can use once you graduate. I was an RA, right? So I learned, like, when y'all see my thumbnails, like, I was making flyers, hosting meetings, so public speaking. I was in a lot of African clubs, so that helped me get familiar with my culture. That helped me get familiar with performing, event planning. Utilize every little thing in college to invest in yourself. I feel like sometimes as humans, we could get caught up with this ideal version of ourselves that we're constantly chasing, right? We want to become, but we never be. We're human beings, not human doings. So sometimes the biggest thing you could do is rest and figure out who you are from within. And for me, praying and just asking God, like, God, what is my purpose? What do you want from me? It doesn't matter how fast you're going if you're moving in the wrong direction. So always take time to center yourself and make sure that you're not doing anything out of vanity, selfish ambition, revenge, or hate for yourself. Do everything in love, y'all. And that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if I helped you in any way. Leave a comment if you have any advice for our girlies going to school. Y'all, it's coming up so fast, so they could use all our help, all our support, and just any encouraging words, because you never know whose life you could change with your word. And remember, I love you, God loves you. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed. All right, bye. Mwah.